Sorry, can you redo that? Can you repeat that question for me?
Well, just talk about the leadership role you're going to play this year.
I mean, being kind of middle infield, middle of the field, you got to be vocal. So that's one of the things we're looking forward to this year is being able to be more vocal in my personality, which is not as natural for me. So.
Logan, we didn't get to talk to you in the fall. Tell us a little bit about the home run derby. You came up oh so close.
Yeah, that was a really cool experience. Kind of debated doing it again, just because of what it does in summer ball. It was really fun though. I mean, it's definitely worth whatever happens with the swing is definitely worth it just to be able to experience that, and it's really good for the university as well. So
you do it again next year, you'll start lefty, you think?
probably so.
Losing Seth and Chris, you lose a lot of power. Is this team going to have to be more able to manufacture runs this year than rely on that long ball?
Absolutely. I mean, between those two guys, just last year it was probably 40 home runs, I think, and then past couple of years close to 100. So, I mean, definitely we have to rely on their speed a lot more, be more aggressive on the bases. I know we said that, but we're going to put that into place this year. We said that last year, but we still had Seth and Chris, so we didn't really have to as much. So we'll definitely be putting that into place this year for sure.
You've thrived in different spots in the order. Where do you want to be this year? You know, where do you think you'd be the most productive?
It doesn't really matter to me. It's wherever I can be most useful at. I hit a lot of leadoff last year.
Yeah.
Honestly, we got a lot of guys that can do that this year as well. We got Kier, we got Sam Hall that can all take a role right there. It definitely helps too when you got a home run. You're not the first guy in the order, so you got some RBIs if you're second or third guy. You've got Kyle Wilkie to hit behind you, so it doesn't really matter to me. It's wherever I can be most helpful to the team.
Who are some of the freshmen that have impressed you?
We've got a lot of good talent coming in this year. A lot of pitchers too. I mean, some of the names that kind of come off the top of your head are Davis Sharp, Robleski. All those guys are going to be able to really come in and play a role for us. They're not as established, I would say, is the word you're looking for, because I mean, we don't have as many guys that are coming back and you know what they're going to do. And we have like Brooks Crawford. You know he's going to give you every game. But these guys they're going to be established. Like, we're not scared about that at all. Like, looking from the outside in, you're not really sure. But, like, from inside out, it's like, these guys can handle this stuff. So, as far as freshmen goes, we got a lot of really good hitters as well. We got, like, Chad Ferry, a bunch of guys, really, that can really swing the bat. Like I said, David Sharp's pitcher, he also hits as well. He can swing it. You got Briar Hawkins, really good hitter, just pure hitter. James Parker, plus defender, really good bat. So we got a lot of guys that are going to be able to help us out this year.
Being able to play scrimmages against other teams like the fall, how does that help?
That helps a lot, especially with the guys coming in, just to see what they can do in kind of a different environment where you're not getting, monotonous, playing the same guys over and over. You know how they're going to pitch you, you know what they have, and it really kind of amps up the competitiveness. I mean, you really have to take it to the next level when you're playing somebody else. I mean, it naturally happens for college athletes. Like, you're just going to naturally play better in general. But I think you definitely can see what the freshmen are able to do in those pressure type situations.
Look, everybody knows that y'all were second in the country in home runs last year, but you also set a school record in fielding percentage. How much pride do you take in the defensive part of your game?
A lot. We actually have pretty much our whole infield is out there taking ground balls right now. We're also returning. We have a lot of veterans returning on the infield this year. We've got Grayson Bird, Jordan Green. Then we're going to have a few. We got Sam Hall as well. He can play infield and outfield. We're going to be versatile at first. Here we're going to have a lot of guys that can play first base. You got Briar Hawkins, Davis Sharp, Birdie can actually squeeze over to first base if he needs to. Sam Hall can play third. We got a lot of options, but we also have that kind of core veteran group still there. So,
you know that there's going to be a lot of major league scouts at every game watching you. Does that change your approach at all? Does it add any layer of pressure?
Not really. I mean, they've been watching the whole time. So maybe it wasn't the center because you got Seth and then whatever junior year, but the bottom line is, like, I'm going to do what I do, and we're going to do what we do as a team. And, I mean, I plan on playing this game for a long time, so this year's not going to define me or our team. So,
what were some of the specific things you wanted to work on in your game over the offseason?
A lot of it was kind of footwork on the infield because I'm a taller guy that plays shortstop. Naturally, we don't really stay on our legs as much as some guys that are already down there, I guess you'd say. So just naturally, I'd have to emphasize working on my footwork and staying low to the ground, and then that kind of plays everything defensively because you got to get through it if you're staying on your legs. So.
Logan, Kyle told me in the fall that y'all went head-to-head in the Cape Cod League over the summer. You're trying to get him to give you the pitches. What was that experience like? Were you playing in that league, obviously going against some premier pitching?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we saw a lot of the same guys at ACC up there, obviously. It was fun having Wilkie catch against me too. That's a good trip. Just messing around with him a lot of times, just like, oh, what's coming here? Like he would tell me the wrong pitch sometimes, but I don't know, it just kind of makes you more comfortable. I actually hit a lot better when he was catching. Like he wouldn't give me the signs, of course, or anything, but it was just comforting to have him there. I guess it's fun. We have a good relationship, a really good relationship actually. Probably best friends on the team. I don't know, I just enjoy playing with him and against him. So.